Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis and breaking news. Bitcoin is currently outpacing its last two cycles. Let's freaking go. Also, Bitcoin is growing faster than the internet. And quoting Max Kaiser, there's a reasonable chance ETH gets rugged and the ETH ETF investors lose everything. Because ETH, unlike BTC, is centralized. The government can pull the plug anytime it wants. That's 100. Also, French authorities can hold Pavel until August 28th. I'll be sharing the latest insights and the crimes they brought against him. We'll also be discussing the Rumble boss departed from Europe after the Telegram CEO arrest, as free speech is on the run. It's crazy, yo. We'll also be discussing Stacks Nakamoto upgrade will revolutionize DeFi on Bitcoin, as well as Bitcoin poised for a breakout as U.S. money market funds reach $6.2 trillion. Also, markets believe that Trump will win, boosting stocks in Bitcoin. I'll be sharing Fundstrat's Thomas Lee's projection of Bitcoin soaring past $100,000 per coin, as well as the latest from Jan 3's Samson Mao, who firmly believes Bitcoin will hit $1 million per coin within the next 12 months. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What's good in the hood? Happy Fun Day Monday. Welcome to the new week. We had a nice little pump on Friday. It took us roughly to 65, a little correction today, but I think we'll be back in the green before you know it. Shout out Joseph, shout out DNA, shout out Steve, shout out Short Coin, shout out Digital Dankness, shout out Mafia Binary Trading. What's up, family? Welcome everyone to the live stream. We're live and in the flesh right now on X, on Rumble, and on YouTube. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. So spread the word. Let people know we live. And if you guys can repost the stream, I'm going to make it easy for you guys by pinning it at the top of my profile, just as we did yesterday. And the stream had over 18,000 views on X. We're going to do the same thing today. I just pinned today's stream at the top of the profile. If you guys can heart, repost with a quote. Anyone who reposts will get reposted, shout it out, and I promise to follow you back. And that goes for comments as well. If you comment the stream, I'll repost it, I'll shout you out, and I'll follow you back. And let's make it happen, Captain.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
I got my spin drift with me. What you guys sipping on today? Massive shout out to everyone who reposted already and commented, including Short Coin, Clevelander77, JC Ice Ice Baby, Jeff Long, T Rollin, and Steve. Greatly appreciate all the support. And again, anyone who reposts the stream, I'm going to be checking the feed throughout the entire stream. I'll show you guys some love. Feels like Xmas. Amen. 70% Bitcoin dominance this cycle. I think right now we're close to 56, 57%. Very doable. We've seen that before. I am here for the tunes. Shout out Chandy 10 Music. We're going to premiere yet a brand new song once again. We've been dropping a new track per day. Another fire jammy jam will play towards the end of the stream. Coffee and alkaline water today. Enjoy that caffeine and your alkalized body. That's what's up. Spin Drift Yum Lime. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I like this drink because the only ingredients in it, I think it's tells you somewhere up here. Ingredients: carbonated water and lime juice. There's no artificial BS, and it's Bobby approved. No sugar added. We know sugar's poison. Stay away from sugar. And so it's like pretty legit. If you like carbonated water, it's not too shabby. Greetings, La Familia. Shout out LT. What's poppin', family? I'm getting my drink on. Welcome, El Chorizo. What's poppin', brother? What's good? And remember, fam, this is a live and interactive stream. So I'm going to be checking comments and interacting the entire time. So very important to follow me over on YouTube, where the comment stream is actually live. If you want to interact in that way, it's greatly appreciated. Shout out LT, watching the best alpha crypto show with my other half. Shout out to your other half. And appreciate the repost there, brother. Shout out Shortcoin. Appreciate more love. She put Bitcoin, let's freaking go. Just reposted ya. Shout out Mexica Hodl and the rest of the fam as well. 60 G's, anyone? And congrats, Oracle. I see your X is blowing up. Massive congrats.
Bitcoin, 60 G's, 60 G's. Buying opportunity for fifth level 60 G's. What do you think, JV? Oh, by the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? Boring kitty. Me, I'm for the big T. I'm for the Nippinator.
I'm for Nipsey, not for some weirdo Kit Kat kitty. And speaking of weirdo Kit Kat kitties, I kid you not, Nipsey came across 2 white cats in the community earlier. One of them ran up the tree. I got it on video. Nippinator with the cat. One cat ran in the woods, another cat ran up the tree. It was kind of hilarious right before I went live too. So speaking of some weirdo Kit Kat kitty.
Kitty cat, I'm for stacking the sats. Stack the sats. Ain't no thing, baby, it's
a chance to stack those sats, chance to stack those bitties.
Baby, you never heard about me
with another coin.
Bitcoin.
I got my mind on my Bitcoin and my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, 60 G's, a buying opportunity. And there you have it. Now, welcome everyone joining the live stream. Again, we're going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. Spread the word. Hide your kids, hide your wives. It's about to get lit. But let's kick it off as we always do. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes and subscribe to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod and turn on all notifications by hitting that sexy bell icon. Today is pod episode number 1741. I'm your host, JV. It's August 26, 2024. It's Monday. A new week is here. Friday, we had a very nice little pumpy pump. We had a demigod candle, roughly 5,000, taking us from like roughly 60,000 to 65. A little correction where we're at now, but I think we're going to continue into the green here coming soon, potentially during today's live stream. Let's make it happen. But anyways, fam, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. As you can see here on your screen, Coin360 shows Bitcoin and the majority of the alts correcting and in the red. We got Bitcoin down 1.5% on the day, but maintaining above 63,000. $300. And we have Ether down 3%, trading back under $2,700. And we also have Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, XRP, Tron, virtually everything correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $2.2 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap sits at $1.2 trillion. And the volume is up 25% at 66 billion for the day in the past 24 hours. And we have the Bitcoin dominance currently at 56.5%, back on the rise, as the Ether dominance is all the way down to 14.6%, back on the decline. How high do you think that Bitcoin dom will likely climb for the cycle? Holla at your boy. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got AKT up 10%, HNT up 5%, and virtually nothing else as the majority of the market is correcting and in the red. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Survey says, damn, Rex City. 95% of the market in the red, unfortunately. But zooming out on the monthly to get a broader perspective, not looking much better. Rex City, once again, roughly 90 to 95% of the market bleeding and in the red. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're at 55 in greed. Yesterday at 54. Last week at 28 and last month at 72 in greed. So there you have it, yo. And we'll also check out the time chain calendar. And we'll see what block we're currently on at the moment. You can see we're currently at 858,554. The next halving is scheduled to take place most likely in April of 2028. And we'll be counting down. You betcha. And right now you can trade $1 for 1,580 Satoshis. So 1,580 Satoshis per dollar, meaning you can become a Bitcoin Satoshi millionaire for roughly maybe $600 at today's trade. So if you're not already a Satoshi millionaire, what are you doing with your life, family? But anyways, welcome everyone just joining the live stream. Next, we'll be doing the live technical analysis. We'll be pulling up the live charts and all that fun stuff. A lot still to share here today. Lots of news, new week, lots going on. Market watch, let's wish Bitcoin is still above all the important moving averages. Simple moving average, exponential moving average, daily, important moving averages. 10 something, let's freaking go. I think that says like 10 trillion. I don't know. I lose track after 3 commas. 55, WGMI. I forget what that stands for, but welcome, Diana. What up, fam? Shout out Casey. What's poppin'? Casey in the building. And the one and only Oracle. Good to have you here.
Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me.
Shout out Charlene. She put a little correction, keeps the asset healthy. Bitcoin dropping $21 per day. DCA, let's go. I just reposted you, Charlene, and you're right. We just had a 5% pump on Friday, so what's a 1% correction? Like, big deal. Big whoop. Who cares? Stack the biddies, count your blessings. Adam Taylor put that time again with the repost, just reposted your repost. Neo Kaz put beat in the game. I think he means best in the game, but close enough. You just got reposted, brother. And again, Mexica Hodl, I got you as well. Appreciate all the reposts, all the love. You guys are the bomb diggity bomb. And welcome everyone joining the stream. Hit the likes. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. So yeah, what are you guys most looking forward to this week in crypto? Do let me know. Let me know. Don't be shy. And again, if you're watching on X or Rumble, I encourage you to visit the YouTube channel. That way you guys can interact in the chat. The stream you see for the chat is exclusive on the YouTube. cryptonewsalerts.net being my direct YouTube link. And FYI, this podcast gets syndicated on every major podcasting platform. If you don't know, I got to let you know. So for example, we stream live every day on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Those are the 3 platforms for the live. And then we syndicate the edited version of the show. We condense the 2-hour live stream into roughly 30 minutes. And then we broadcast that on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and every single platform podcast can be found. That's where the majority of our audience is, if you didn't know. It's actually from iTunes and Spotify and the podcast side. Shout out Fed Bomb. That's right. Free Pavel. We're going to be discussing that as well, the charges they brought against him and what's going on there. And the Rumble CEO is now on the run. There's only a couple of free speech platforms left. Telegram there is on attack right now. TikTok's already been attacked. So all we got left is X and Rumble. And Elon made a tweet yesterday that said, it's the year 2030, and you're now getting arrested for liking memes. That's the way ish is going to go if we don't protect our free speech now, our First Amendment right. You feel me? It's free to smash the likes and subscribe to the pod. Thank you, Crypto Surge. You heard. Above 65 G's. We so close. I'm looking for the new all-time high. Current all-time high, 73.8. So once we hit 74, we're re-entering price discovery. That's when things get very exciting. I think it's destiny. If it doesn't happen September, I think it's destined then to happen in the 4th quarter, which begins in October. I think this entire 4th quarter is going to be bullish as all hell. Typically, we have a run-up within 10 days where Bitcoin just goes parabolic. So if history is to repeat, we can expect that in the 4th quarter this year. Let's go. Shout out Greg. Do you have the matrix or someone messaging neck just under your ears? Talking about arteries. I guess I'm lost in that convo. And imagine Pavel is the father of 100 children. Is that true? Oh my God. 100 children. I did hear in an interview, he said he was worth hundreds of millions in Bitcoin. That was 10 years ago. Safe to say he's now a multi-billionaire in Bitcoin. And the powers that be, the dark forces of evil, hate Bitcoiners. So go figure. And they have a lot of money to shake down in these lawsuits. So it's kind of crazy, yo. Pretty crazy. Hello from Montreal. I'm sipping on the pea soup. Pea soup, eh? I miss pea soup Anderson's when I used to live in Solvang. And ironic, Biden this week is vacationing in Solvang, my old stomping grounds in California. Unacceptable. I don't think they should allow Biden in Solvang, California. But hey, I digress.
Bobbing that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, no sell, no Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout. Bitcoin. Roger out, Roger out.
Carl Byrne looks like commented it, and he put, people, do not listen to this ish. Bitcoin will not hit 1 million this market cycle. I didn't say it would, but you can interpret it any way you like, Carl. teach their own. I appreciate the comment. Thank you for tuning in. Solvang is nice. Thank you, Shortcoin. I grew up there, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. I played football on the football team, Santa Ynez Pirates in the Santa Ynez Valley. Good times in Solvang. It's a very small Dutch town, very safe. I used to take my bicycle to school in 3rd, 4th grade. That's how safe it is, just on my own. So anyways, I haven't been back since we left, so I gotta revisit. But now that I know Biden's in town, that's not happening. But anyways, fam, we got over 420 people on the stream. Happy 420. We're just getting started. A lot to share. We're about to dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out the charts, as well as where the Bitcoin price likely to go next. So let's break it down. This headline reads, Bitcoin liquidity sinks to 62,500 as the Bitcoin price struggles at the U.S. Open. That's right. Bitcoin went nowhere at the August 26th Wall Street Open as analysis stepped up warnings of a short-term Bitcoin price correction. Here you're looking at the Bitcoin 1-hour chart. And as I promised you, later we'll be pulling up the live chart so you can see where we're at. But TradingView revealed signs of weakness starting to show on the low time frames as Bitcoin stayed below 64 Gs. A trip to 63,000 on Bitstamp, the lowest since before the weekend, set the scene for cautious words from popular market commentators. Quoting material indicators, there are no straight lines, and the chart from one of its proprietary trading tools showed shifting order book liquidity on the largest global exchange, Binance, favoring the bear's cause. Quoting them here, Fire chart shows Bitcoin bid liquidity moving down to 62,500. Moves like this tend to draw the price downward. It also tends to lure in the late shorts. Be mindful of your positions and resist the urge to overtrade, expecting volatility through the monthly close. Now, popular trader Crypto Chase warned that Bitcoin lacking the aggressive follow-through you typically see from a true breakout. The more people give an opportunity to get aboard, aka the US waking up, the less one should trust it, in my opinion. After a sweeping low prior to a true pump, local prices typically aren't offered for hours. Others added to existing concerns over a possible Bart Simpson maneuver where the price would gap lower to his position from late last week, as you can see inside this chart. And amongst them was popular trader Jelly, who described such an outcome as one which wouldn't surprise. He nonetheless argued that the market was looking much stronger than it had previously Bart-esque occasions in the past few months. Are we going to get a Bart Simpson in the chart? Let me know. Now, the bulls in turn face an ongoing battle to make August a green monthly candle, having erased the majority of the crash to 6-month lows just 2 weeks prior. Now, historically, as you can see on your screen, August is typically a bear month, and September, October, November, December, bullish. Now, following last week's positive U.S. macro developments, trading firm QCP Capital was equally surprised by the absence of sustained Bitcoin price to the upside. Markets, it suggests in its latest bulletin, had already assumed that the Fed would announce the start of interest rate hikes next month, quoting them here. Even with the higher spot, Bitcoin and ETH volumes are currently more skewed for the puts than the calls till October, it revealed. This is surprising given the overwhelmingly bullish sentiment. It possibly indicates that the markets were well positioned for this move and was very quick to take profit by selling calls. Now for some breaking news before we dive into the live charts. Check this out. Bitcoin's currently outpacing its last 2 cycles, which you can clearly see here. The blue line shows from 2015 to 2018. The purple line shows from 2018 to 2022. And then the solid line is 2022 to date. So we're right on track. And as pointed out here, Bitcoin is even growing faster than the internet adoption. That's right. Numbers don't lie. Check out the chart. You can see the black represents the internet users in the graph, and the orange represents Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is winning year over year over year, and most likely will continue to do so, family, which is pretty lit. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, there is a reasonable chance that Ethereum gets rugged and ETH ETF investors lose everything because ETH, unlike BTC, is centralized. The government can pull the plug anytime it wants. And he makes a great point. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Referring to the biddy. And checking out some of the live charts. We'll start with the monthly this time and we'll work our way in. Let me switch up the scene to make it nice and so fresh and so clean on your screen. There you go. So yeah, we're currently hovering above 63.3. This is live and in the flesh, brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase. This is the 1 month chart. You can notice we had 7 consecutive green staircases upwards, and we've been trading sideways ever since. And let's see if we can close in the green for August. Only a few days left though in the month, so we'll see where it takes us. And zooming in from here, we'll check out the 1 week chart, which is typically has the most bullish target on the screen. You can see that sexy cup and handle sitting just above $125,000. And zooming in a little more, we'll check out the 1 day chart, which you can see here on your screen pulling up. Here's the 1 day, Friday. You can see we had that big green demigod candle, roughly 5,000 on the daily. And then it's been pretty break even. And today it's been a little corrective, but the day is yet to be over. It's only 4:20 here at the time of the live. And zooming in a little more, we'll check out the 1 hour chart. And as you can see, we do have some targets here. We have a top target and a bottom target. The bottom target is currently 62,000, and the top target is roughly $66,000. So we'll see where the price action likely takes us next. But there you have it, fam. Where do you feel we'll close for the month of August, considering we got like, what, 5 days left for the month? Holla at your boy, and I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. Who's selling the biddy? Asked Greg. Well, it isn't BlackRock's iBid. It ain't the Canadian ETF. Good point. You know who's selling? Weak hands, paper hands, Portnoy hands. Those that couldn't punch their way out of a wet paper bag with scissors in their hands. Quoting the great RZA, Resurrecta and Yasecta. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Yeah, not so much more either when they hit it hard. September, October. It is historic. Past says moon time is right around the corner. Well, we may have a September. You never know. You got to consider that the halving cycle of where we're at every 4 years sets a precedent. And typically, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but every 4 years of the cycle, September, I think, is pretty bullish. However, those 3 other years were in bearish territory. I would assume it would be bearish, September. So I think it all depends on where we're at in the cycle. She's bad news for the ETH fans. Here are a few of the issues. Vitalik, centralized, unlimited supply, proof of stake versus proof of work. Since September of 2022, can roll back their ledger. Remember the DAO hack. Proceed carefully. Precisely why I capitulated a large portion of my ETH position into the biddy after they switched from the proof of stake to proof of work. I lost all trust in Ethereum as a platform, considering they can roll back the clock, considering it could be deemed a security, considered it's proof of stake, which means there's a yield. And all of the SEC was going after every platform which offered yields, including Gemini Earn, correct me if I'm wrong, what's it called, Celsius, and all the rest of the other companies as well. So, and also there's a infinite supply. So I'm now looking at Ethereum not as a cryptocurrency, but I look at Ethereum as a tech stock, right? Still has a great, tremendous potential, but it can't be compared to Bitcoin. 2 different totally use cases. You know what I mean? Ethereum, infinite supply, just like the US dollar. Bitcoin, finite limited supply. Bitcoin has true scarcity, so therefore it can be used as a store of value. Ethereum, it's a tech stock. And that's the way I look at it now. Let me know your thoughts, though, family. 67-ish, 67 around the corner. Chris, send that mofo, and let's go. Woo! But anyways, fam, let's keep it moving. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. Happy Monday, fun day. Again, we're live and in the flesh on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I will be streaming at least for the next hour and a half. If you guys can spread the word, let people know we're live. We'll greatly appreciate it. Day 1 in the incubator for my chicken eggs. 27 days to go. Let's go. But anyways, let's dive into our next story. Pavel's arrest. This is big news. Yesterday it hit the internet by storm. The Telegram CEO has officially been arrested. I think at the airport. He was on his private jet in France. And then they just came and got him, and now he's facing all these crazy charges. So let's break this down. Here's the latest of what's going on. French authorities can hold Pavel until August 28th. So he's currently being detained. France's prosecutor's office released more info regarding the arrest of Telegram founder and CEO Pavel, August 24th. And in August 26th notice, French prosecutors said Pavel had been taken into custody as part of the judicial investigation against person unnamed on the charges, including complicity with illegal activities, refusal to communicate to authorities, aka he refused to hand over the backdoor of Telegram to the government, money laundering, criminal association, and providing cryptology services without a prior declaration. Authorities said they intended to question the Telegram founder as part of this investigation. Say nothing, Pavel. Nothing when you're being interrogated. It's your right. You better have some good lawyers, in which I bet he does, especially sitting on billions of dollars. I'd expect nothing less from the man. But they extended the time frame for his custody from August 25th to August 28th. Which is what, a couple more days here. The announcement followed the French President Emmanuel Macron, who has a transgender spouse, believe it or not. I believe that's the guy, correct me if I'm wrong, who was referred to as false information on social media about Pavel's arrest. The president said the arrest was in no way a political decision. Sure, whatever you say, man. The France deeply committed to freedom of expression. Now, here's the press release they actually shared to all the Telegram users and such. Pavel, founder and CEO of instant messaging and platform Telegram, was arrested at the airport in the outskirts of Paris Saturday, 24th of August, and taken into police custody at 8 p.m. This measure comes in the context of a judicial investigation opened the 8th of July, 2024, following the preliminary inquiry initiated by Section J3, Fight Against Cybercrime of the Paris Public Prosecutor's Office. This judicial investigation was open against person unnamed of charges, complicity, web mastering, an online platform in order to enable an illegal transaction in the organized group. Now, I personally think this is just clearly an attack on free speech, but I'd love to know your thoughts on why you think this is happening. And do you think, obviously, Telegram will be taken over by the government some way, somehow, like a backdoor, kind of like what they do with, let's say, Facebook? Why do you think Zuck never went to jail? Because he handed over access to the government. So anyways, let me know your thoughts. And now the Rumble CEO is on the run, and that's actually our next story we'll be discussing. ETH Foundation Security, why? They are structured exactly like a corporation. They passed the Howey test. They gave out tons of ETH to early founders. This is all true. But ironic how the SEC never went after ETH, because they're in cahoots with the ETH Foundation. Instead, they went after XRP, right? Now, wasn't Ether even more like everything they accused XRP of? Ether is just more obvious on a larger scale, being the second largest cryptocurrency. Macron is a donkey. Thank you. 70 G's this week. Money. If they want you, they'll find you. It's pretty simple. Facts. I bet you the last thing he was anticipating was getting arrested on a private jet, right? Correct. September tends to start the bull run of the past halvings, but my personal option has changed recently due to seeing the manipulation. Right on, brother. Appreciate you sharing dankness. Sounds like the New York courtroom. Sounds like courtroom in general if you've been to court. Vitalik, a.k.a. Mr. Boogie Knows. Boogie Down Productions, yo. The real Boogie Down. Yo, first time to attend the live. What up, JV? Shout out to that Strickland. Greatly appreciate the support. Welcome to the fam. Glad you're here. Telegram was a platform. Yeah, Telegram is a platform. It's a messaging platform, like an encrypted messaging platform. Macron's spouse looks like they got swatted by an ugly stick a few times. Okay, so I'm not making that up. It is the transgender spouse, correct. ETH started with a nerd and proof of work. Now they're staking, plus founder is busy with the girlfriend. Yo, big ups, Dub Proof. What's poppin', broski? Welcome to the stream. It's Orange Panty Night.
It's Red Panty Night when you sanctify me, yeah? Back at home with your wife. It's a celebration. People are always saying about the
talk. But guess what? I back it up. Satoshi backs it up. 69 G's, anyone? BDP, you already know. Shout out KRS1. I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Quit wasting your money on marketing schemes. A dope MC is a dope MC.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset.
There's a crypto asset called Bitcoin, right?
The point is, if you have the superior asset,
it's going up forever, Laura. That's right. Down with BDP. Yeah, you know me. JV, I just sold my Forerunner to buy more Bitcoin. Smart man. Smart man. That Forerunner is just going to depreciate like crazy. Bitcoin will appreciate like crazy. So you made the right move. 69 G's, baby. What up, Aussie Crypto? What it do? Assalamu alaikum, JV. Alaikum salam. JV has been doing the push-ups. You can do all them push-ups to pump up your chest. I got a 12-gauge Mossberg to pump up your chest. Low 50 bars there. ETH is overtly only when it is the cause of the powers that need to be the digital infinite money source. Precisely.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless.
Like water.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing.
Shout out Crypto Surge. Just reposted your brother. I'm reposting everyone in the flesh right now. You're going to notice on X, the live stream is always pinned at the top of the profile while I'm live, so you can find it easily. And if you guys can repost it with a quote just like Surge did, I'll repost it, I'll shout you out, and I'll follow you back. So it's a win-win. He says we're live. Tune into the best YouTube pod with JV. Let's go. Zach Essam put, tune in live now. Crypto News Alerts just reposted you both, broskies. Greatly appreciated. You got to keep them nippinating, eh?
Never stopping, Bitcoin is rising. We already hit.
This is actually one of the funniest memes I've seen. Who wants that hawk tour? Oh my God. T Rolling, quit scrolling and tune into the best crypto news pod. I got you, big dog. I just reposted that. Hilarious. You guys are freaking awesome. Anyways, appreciate it. Keep the comments flowing. We're going to continue on with the stream. My son's arms are ripped like JV's if he is still working out. That's what's up. You know how we do. So yeah, JV does push-ups virtually every day, but not every day. There was a time in my life I went several years not missing a single day of doing push-ups. And when I say doing them, hundreds of them. So currently I do push-ups 5 days a week. My off days are Sundays. Yesterday I spent an hour stretching and doing yoga, no push-ups. And then on Tuesdays is leg days. I do a lot of like split squats and running and cardio, and I don't do any push-ups. But all the other days of the week, I do several hundred push-ups, anywhere typically from 250 on an off day to 500 on a solid day. And I do sets of 50. And they're never easy to do. They're always just as hard as they were 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't think they'll ever be easy, but that's why I love it. You know what I mean? It's all about the discipline. Wakakum Masalam the Oracle. Word. I don't know exactly what that means, but amen. What are you doing with my pick, says Aussie Crypto, eh? Hilarious, eh? But anyways, fam, let's keep it moving. Our next story of the day with the Rumble CEO on the run. That's right, the Rumble boss departed from Europe after the Telegram CEO arrested, and I don't blame the mofo. You feel me? The founder and CEO of the Rumble, a YouTube alternative billing itself as immune to the cancel culture. You know how I discovered Rumble? Andrew Tate got deplatformed, and he started a show with his brother Tristan on Rumble. I started watching shows on Rumble. I became a member. I pay the $10 a month, and now I have my own pod on Rumble. So thank you, cancel culture of YouTube. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be on Rumble either. Anyways, so he says, I've just safely departed from Europe. He claimed France had threatened Rumble and had a crossed red line by arresting Telegram's Pavel, which we just covered. In November of 2022, Rumble blocked access to the French users, claiming the country's government asked it to remove certain Russian news sources, which it said would legally challenge. And in May, he claimed Russia blocked Rumble because it refused to comply with their censorship demands. So they've been pressing him for quite some time for censorship, which is pretty messed up, right? Quoting him here, we're currently fighting in the courts of France, and we hope for Pavel's immediate release. He did not share what country he had left and his current whereabouts. Rumble did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Rumble is a video sharing platform based in Florida and Ontario. It is known for its more lenient content moderation policies compared to the larger social media companies like Meta, Google, and on YouTube. Now, the Russian-born French citizen was arrested by French officers, which we already covered. I'm not going to rehash that news. And it's just sad. And again, I don't blame the Rumble founder for being on the run as well. You got to protect yourself. And one thing you can do, protect yourself from a prison cell. So be prepared. And I think Elon Musk needs to be prepared as well, because I think, obviously, they're going to come down on all free speech platforms. Nobody's going to get the free pass. Remember this. 4 years ago, deja vu, 2020, Novid. There was no platform for free speech. Maybe Rumble offered it, but it wasn't big. It wasn't even on my radar yet. So in 2020, there was no option. Google was censored. YouTube was censored. Facebook was censored. Instagram was censored. There was nowhere to go. Now, since Elon purchased X, we have a free speech platform, and now we have Rumble. But if they attack those two next, there's not going to be any free speech platform. It'll all be controlled. And during Novid, there were no free speech platforms that I am aware of. Everything was under control. You couldn't mention many keywords, right? They would just ban you, block you, and now you could even get arrested for it. It's crazy, yo. We need to protect our freedom and our First Amendment right to freedom of speech. So this is against freedom of speech? Exactly. Politicians pump the biddy from lies to counterfeiting. Let's give them all a hand. What's going on? The Far East, the Europe, UK, France in particular, they're playing a game that will end up blowing up in their face. I would find a sanctuary after they just announced recently they are going after free speech, labeling them as terrorists. Sounds like the real news will be on Rumble from now on. Well said. Good morning, Adam. What's poppin', broski? JV, is Puerto Rico Bitcoin friendly like El Salvador? Bitcoin friendly, yes. Bitcoin country, no. Let's keep it 100. So in El Salvador, thy savior, Bitcoin's a legal tender. So it's required by law that every business accepts Bitcoin as a form of payment. In Puerto Rico, I've never been to a single place that accepts Bitcoin as a form of payment. So it's not legal tender here. The advantages of being in Puerto Rico as a U.S. citizen is really tax advantages. That's the big one. But like, for example, if you qualify, and there's things you need to do to qualify, you could take advantage of zero capital gains tax on your crypto and all investments, including real estate. However, do your own research and all that fun stuff. And if you have any questions for me later when we open it up for the Q&A, I'm happy to speak more about it. You know what I mean? That's what's up. We'll be on Trump's Truth Oh, yeah, Truth Social. But then they'll just come after Trump's platform. The point is nobody is safe. Got to go to El Zante Bebe. Exactly. I got to go there. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I plan on going there. Let's get it. 800 people on the live stream, family. Greatly appreciate all the support. We still got a lot to share. I'm going to be streaming at least for the next hour and a half. So let's blow this baby up. That's nice and PR. So yeah, I consider Puerto Rico the crypto. What can I call it? The crypto mecca of the United States. El Salvador, the Bitcoin mecca of the world. So big difference, way superior in El Salvador, I'll be the first to tell you. However, it's not so shabby out here in Puerto Rico. In fact, I like it. I love the Puerto Rico people. I like the Puerto Rico culture. I love the island. I love the Caribbean. And I love the fact that it's so close to my family in Florida. You know what I mean? Because I actually moved here and relocated from Clearwater, Florida. Maybe a 3-hour flight. Not too bad. Shout out Streamlabs. Thank you for the reminder. We do have a Patreon. Much appreciated. YouTube censorship is controlled by the people destroying the world. Facts. Follow Chandy 10 Music. Make sure to subscribe. Later on the stream, we'll be sharing a brand new song, never shared before. She just created today. I've been months away. Was thinking about your stream while sipping a kombucha. Here you are. Pump it up, Pete. Glad you're sipping on a kombucha. Who are the... Exactly. And why do they censor free speech? Because it's the truth. That's why. Why do they censor free speech? It's the truth. They fear the truth, right? They fear the truth. Ain't that the truth?
67K, and now we're in. Up. At that 69 sweet G spot, rocket ticking off. Everybody knows it's the magic spot. Watch how it goes.
What you know about that 69 G spot, aka B spot? Because now we call it the Bitcoin spot. Got to hit it while it's hot. The Supreme Court just ruled that Jill Stein can stay on Wisconsin's ballot. Well, now enlighten me, Oracle. Who the heck is Jill Stein? Let me know.
we hit the 69K, we will continue to grow. Let it flow, 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 flow.
Let that mofo flow and let's go, go, go. You know what I mean? Go, go, gadget bitty. What's the best flavor kombucha, JV? I like the Clear Mind one. Has the lowest sugar count that I could find. The Brew Doctors I get from Costco. Those are good. I also like these Spindrifts. The only downside is they're not in a glass bottle. Clearly, aluminum is poison. So I don't drink too many of these. If I had the choice to drink this out of a glass bottle, I would buy the glass bottle, even if it was triple the price. I can care less. I just try to, you know what I mean, drink something clean. But I'm all out of the glass bottle kombuchas. Now I'm sipping on the Spindrifts. That's just how I do. Green Party, Jill Stein. I don't even know what the Green Party is. I'm like so lost with politics. What does the Green Party mean? That means she's pro-grass? I don't really know. Anything that could, or is it free energy? Green? Sway you from the manipulator and mind control? Exactly. Smash the likes. Thank you, Crypto Surge. Let's keep it moving. Still got a lot to share with you guys. Let's discuss a crypto layer 2 project called Stacks, which I've been bullish on for years. There's a new upgrade. I want to break that down, and then we'll discuss the 143,000 target, followed by $1 million target. And then we'll dive into our live Q&A. Headline here reads, Stacks Nakamoto upgrade. And let me know if you're also bullish on Stacks. Will revolutionize DeFi on the Bitcoin blockchain. That's right, Stacks, STX, the largest Bitcoin layer 2 network in terms of market cap, one of the oldest and most dedicated Bitcoin projects, and home to a thriving ecosystem, is undergoing the biggest upgrade of its history. It will change how many perceive Bitcoin. That's right, August 28th, the network's Nakamoto upgrade will activate. That's in 2 days, family. That means Wednesday. It'll cause several fundamental changes. Here's what will happen. Transaction speeds on the network will see a major boost, with settlement times dropping from 10 to 30 minutes or more, which mirrors the Bitcoin timing to around 5 seconds. This represents a 100x improvement and will dramatically transform the usability of the network. Next, 4 weeks after the Nakamoto upgrade is implemented, SBTC, a decentralized asset backed one-to-one by the Biddy, will be introduced. SBTC will facilitate and transfer the Bitcoin between the Bitcoin blockchain and Stacks, and will also be used as gas in the transactions. These advancements will be game changers for the ecosystem of decentralized finance applications built on the Biddy. Now you can see the entire Stacks ecosystem is pretty massive, from wallets and payments to apps and services, NFTs, tools, exchange supporting STX, community, integrations, partnerships, stacking providers and pools, as well as DeFi, which we all love, decentralized finance show. To date, the project built on the Stacks blockchain has suffered from the Bitcoin network's lackluster speeds. This has created a suboptimal user experience, foreclosed the possibility of high volume use cases, and restricted the builders from providing complex DeFi products. A clear example of the challenge is Valar, one of the most popular DEXs in the Stack ecosystem. Despite being fully optimized as user-friendly experience, falls far short of its peers on the other networks, such as Uniswap. Once the Nakamoto upgrade takes effect in 2 days, Valar's user experience should be on the same level as its peers, which the added advantage that it's on its own world's largest and most decentralized blockchain. And in sum, the Stacks network and all of its products should see a release of potential that has been held back for many years. What makes it even more special is the timing of the upgrade. Unlike Ethereum and Solana, which have seen a variety of viral products built on their networks, the market has rarely shown much enthusiasm for developments around Bitcoin. Interest has traditionally focused on Bitcoin as an asset rather than the ecosystem. However, this began to shift early 2023 with the introduction of the Ordinals protocol, which popularized the creation of NFTs within the Bitcoin blockchain. This reignited a wave of the new interest and innovation around the world's largest blockchain, leading many to refer to this period as Bitcoin's second phase, in which discussions about the Biddy scalability, building Web3 products on Bitcoin, investments in Bitcoin Layer 2s, and Bitcoin DeFi have reached unprecedented intensity. That's right, yo. So very bullish. And at the end of the day, let me know if you're bullish on Stacks. Do you have any exposure? Holla at your boy. So Stacks is Bitcoin's XRP. I wouldn't say all that. AFK says the Oracle. Last I knew, Stacks was conversion to anything. It was supposed to make the transaction in seconds. If they make it happen, could make peer-to-peer instantaneous. STX is a stablecoin? No, it's a cryptocurrency. Has JV spoken on the latest Kraken news? Yesterday, we covered it, so I wasn't going to rehash the same story, but here's the bottom line. Kraken pushed for a motion to dismiss the charges versus the SEC. SEC denied it, and the SEC is moving forward. So that's what the courts have decided upon. So there is still an ongoing lawsuit versus the SEC versus Kraken. If I get any more details, I'll definitely let you guys know. Yes, California SEC is going after Kraken, unfortunately. The sad part, they got shooken down last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they paid a $30 million settlement to the SEC. And then right after the settlement, a few months later, the SEC launched another unlawful lawsuit against them, which is freaking crazy. Talk about the ultimate shakedown. I couldn't imagine being a exchange owner and just be constantly being shaken down by the SEC just because you have the money and the resources and they want it. And they also want to set an example against you for allegedly selling unregistered securities. Anyways, as Cartman would say, respect my authority. SEC, suck every cent. Amen. 100K is still the biggest hurdle. Once we cross, it'll hopefully climb quickly. It can. In fact, we can climb to 100K within 10 days. We can climb from 100K to 500K in 10 days. I want you to keep that in mind. Typically, every 4 years, we get a 10-day run-up, which is unprecedented, right? The majority of the gains in the bull is done within 10 days. Crazy, right? Extortion, 110%. Dub proof. They want everyone on base, not based. Precisely. SEC just wants money. Then they can hire more lawyers and go after more companies in crypto. And this is all thanks to Biden administration, Senator Warren, Gary Gensler, hence the Three Stooges. Too many ads, bro. Well, guess what? My show is ad-free. I don't promote anything. If you're getting ads on YouTube, it's because you need a premium membership. It's $10 a month, and it'll save you hours of time if you're a YouTuber like myself who watches a lot of YouTube videos. So if you find value in saving hours of your time for $10 a month, pay the $10 a month to YouTube. I don't receive it. Don't go to me. It goes to freaking YouTube. And then you never got to watch another ad on my show or any other show. It's well worth it. I'd encourage you to get it. I've had my premium membership for like 5 years. It's worth it. I have a premium membership on Rumble. Why? I value my time. I don't want to be bothered with ads. But yeah, my show is ad-free. I could easily have 5 sponsors per show, like most podcasters who are 2 hours, and just be promoting things to you. I promote nothing to you. So how dare you say there's a ton of ads? It's YouTube. It's not JV. Just FYI. Didn't the same thing happen with CZ? He said, yeah, he paid a $4.3 billion fine and they still sent him to prison. $4.3 billion. Jesus. Their goal was to be a faster way to transfer the coins and bundle them up in one transaction instead of the millions of transactions. The fees are split between the transactions. I promote the BTC. Amen, Greg. Amen to that.
Magic cosmic fire, the rocket is fueled up. Prepare for flight, rocket up kind of high. Darting, 69G bound, such a fun time.
Charlene commented and reposted Brighton by Health Rangers, also a free speech platform, is the only place pushing original content during the shutdown. JV, you can mega upload all the shows for free. Thank you. I appreciate that. And more than likely, there may be other free speech platforms, and it's not on the government radars. But trust, when they get bigger and bigger, they're going to be on all the radars of the shadow government looking to end free speech. I noticed getting lots of ads, too. I think YouTube started adding more ads. Yeah, get the premium. It's worth it. SEC goes after crypto platforms, but not the bankers who steal your money. 100% accurate. I am on it, says Richard. Amen. What assets outperform every other asset of the past 15 years? One guess. Bitcoin. Since inception is up a mere 477 million %. That's all. 477 million %. That's virtually nothing. I appreciate the insights, Greg. You're 100% right. It's crazy, yo. But anyways, we still got a lot to share. Welcome everyone to the stream. 900 people here, live and in the flesh. And we're about to dive into the bullish part of the show, which are the bullish projections. We always save the best for last. So let's break this baby down. Welcome everyone just joined the stream. This particular headline reads something like, Bitcoin poised for a breakout as U.S. money markets fund reach $6.2 trillion. That's right. U.S. money market funds have reached a new all-time high, and Bitcoin may be poised for its own record-breaking price surge. Total investments in U.S. money markets have hit new all-time highs of over $6.2 trillion, mainly driven by the expectations of an upcoming interest rate cut, according to the KBC letter. Quoting them here, most of the inflows have been driven by the institutional investors as they position the portfolios in anticipation of the Fed rate cuts. The era of the high rates is coming to an end. As you can see here, the net inflows into the U.S. money market funds brought to you by the KBC letter. Now, lower interest rates in the world's largest economy could increase investor appetite for the risk assets such as the BIDI and invite more of the institutional investment. Now, investors are increasingly expecting an interest rate cut from the Fed at its upcoming meeting in September on the 18th. And according to the latest data from the CME FedWatch tool, the odds of a 25 basis rate cut currently stands at 65.5%, while the odds of a 50 basis cut stands at 34.5%. Meanwhile, the rate cut expectations can set the Bitcoin price up for a rally above 68 G's, baby, according to Titan of Crypto, who shared the following alongside the following chart. Bitcoin heading towards 68,000 target. Bitcoin's 18% surge in progress. There you go, yo. Can you see a 68,000 biddy? I hope you can, because now we're going to discuss 95,000 after September. That's right. While August has been historically known as a bearish month for the biddy, September could bring a much-awaited breakout. Based on technical chart formations of the weekly chart, Bitcoin could be set for 95,000 next. In fact, there's even that 125,000 target on the weekly chart I pointed out earlier, live and in the flesh. And according to the Mikey Bull, he wrote, Bitcoin in its final expansion, wave 5, referring to Elliott wave theory. We also cover this commonly here on the pod. Looking ready, 95 G's and then 143,000 price targets. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? And again, 125 is right in the middle of those targets. And that's what I shared on the live chart earlier on the weekly. So it's very probable it can happen. And like I mentioned earlier, when Bitcoin runs every 4 years, typically the majority of the gains are made within 10 days. Can that 10 days be Q4 of 2024? Absolutely. That's what history has shown us. So if history is to rhyme, that's absolutely what I can anticipate. So 100 G's. Let's freaking go, yo. Now, inflows into the U.S. spot-based ETFs are also starting to increase, which is a positive sign for the Bitcoin price action. According to Farside investor data, the U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF saw over $250 million worth of cumulative net inflows on August 23rd, which is more than twice the average daily inflows of 114 milli. Numbers don't lie. Check the motherfucking scoreboard, fam. However, Bitcoin faces significant resistance at 65 G's. We were like $20 shy just yesterday. It was like 64,980. So freaking close. A potential rally above would liquidate $500 million worth of cumulative leverage short positions, according to the Coin Glass data. So there you have it, yo. Welcome, everybody. When everything else goes to hell and back, there will be the biddy. It's been to the gates of hell and back without too many singed hair. Man, the worst smell of the world, singed hair. I have like a lot of body hair, and over the years, some of my body hair has caught fire. And when body hair is singed, man, what an awful smell. Fingers crossed for the September, but preparing for the September. Amen. I self-identify as back. You can't be back. I am dank. I hate the bank. I identify as bucking the Fed. How you like that? Numbers don't lie. That's right. Word up, yo. 69 G's, anybody?
Rocket up, kind of doing. Sexy rising Bitcoin. We're on the brink.
And we got roughly 1,000 people on the stream. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. I'm just going to give everyone a minute to comment, as this is a live and interactive show. And if you haven't already reposted this on X, what are you doing? It's free to do so, yo. Spread the word. Chandy 10 Music. We're absolutely going to be playing a brand new Chandy 10 Music joint, which has not been released. She just created it actually today and sent it to me right before the show. And we'll also play some of the new videos she recently created over the weekend as well, which are fire. Shout out Chandy 10 Music. Make sure to subscribe to her channel if you haven't already done so.
We're feeling fine, counting down the seconds, it's almost time. Hold your breath.
And what do you think of the new torch? I got the Eagle torch, thanks to the Oracle. She hooked it up, and it matches the El Salvador cap. The El Salvador blue. We're going to be sparking the torch later too. Sparking the sage, sparking the herbski. Don't let your hair catch on fire. Exactly. What up, Bitcoin realist? What's popping? Shout out Jose. What's good, brother? Shout out from Cambodia. Cambodia in the building. Let's go.
Tight 69 G's gonna light up the night. Day up 69, pump appeal, we're on the brink, we're feeling sexy 69 G heat. Counting down, it's almost time, hold your breath, be prepared to fly.
And shout out everyone who reposted the stream. We already got 18 hearts, 12 reposts. I'm going to repost my own post. That makes it 13. If you guys can repost it as well, greatly appreciated. Just brings more eyeballs to the stream. Yesterday we had like 2,200 people on X, which is phenomenal. So greatly appreciated, yo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, 69,000. Let's get it.
Come alive with the big vibe. 69 G's come young video. Wink at us, JV. We are all here. CNA fam is hooting like wise owls. Feeling the
hoot, hoot. That's awesome. It is a pretty lit torch, and it actually works. So instead of using the Bic lighter, which takes 30 seconds to light the sage, we now get the instant light. Pretty lit. 63,420. Happy 420, bring facts. How are your babies growing today? I bought it at the smoke shop near me. Nice. Doobie time. Spark-a-doob. Let's go. Yowzer, Scoob. Spark-a-doob. Anyways, family, welcome everyone to the live stream. We still got at least another hour of content for you. We're about to dive into the feature story of the day. I'm just going to sip on some more Spindrift here. Let's go.
For that 69K milk cow, 6069 in. Darting, it's a darting, no. We've come so far, we've seen it all. Bitcoin will not fall. 69K, it's a celebration. Bitcoin love sweeping the nation. So let's toast to the future. Raise our glass high. 69 G's under the moonlit.
Yeah, cheers to 69 G's, fam. First quarter 2024 sees U.S. mint coin production plummet 1.3 billion, lowest since the 2010 economy. So bad, everyone just saved their coins circulation to pay the bills. The primary mission of the U.S. is to mint manufacture coins in response to the public demand. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Precisely, short coin, what you said. That said, it was for the hookah pipes. Anyways, fam, now for our featured story of the day. Let's discuss the latest from Fundstrat's Thomas Lee, projecting a Trump victory that will send Bitcoin parabolic to new heights we have never seen. We'll also be discussing the latest from Samson Mao, projecting Bitcoin hitting $1 million per coin within the next 12 months, which he just doubled down on his prediction in a brand new interview. I'm going to be sharing all that with you. So let's dive right in. This headline reads, markets believe that Trump will win, boosting stocks and the biddy, according to Fundstrat's Thomas Lee. That's right. Tom Lee says the financial markets are currently betting on a Donald Trump victory this November. And in my best Johnny Drama impersonation from Viking Quest, you guys ever watch Entourage? Victory! There you go. In a new interview with CNBC, Lee says the markets believe that Trump's odds of winning are higher than what the traditional polls will show. And I agree with that. I think the polls they show you are all BS, because I remember in 2016, they're like, Hillary's winning 94%. Trump has like a 2% chance to win. It's impossible. It can never happen. Then what happened? Trump won. So believe nothing they say on the lamestream media. But anyways, quoting him here, to an extent, I think that the markets are believing Trump's probabilities of winning are stronger than what the polls are showing. Let me know if you agree with that. But I think that when the markets sort of become more convinced of that, I think you'll see cyclical stocks do better. Small caps and Bitcoin do better, because these are really clear policy differences. But yes, to me, I think over the last couple of days, the market is betting on Trump's odds being better than the polls. And according to Real Clear Politics, Democratic nominee Kamala Harris currently has a lead over the Trump in the polls, based on an average of the data from Rasmussen, Pew Research, Ipsos, and others. I don't know if I trust any of those sources. Let me know if you do. Lee had previously said that lower rates from the Fed, which Trump had reportedly hinted support for, could be the catalyst that sends the biddy to 100,000 per coin, quoting Tom Lee again. But if the Fed starts cutting, I think you're going to see a move into Bitcoin that could correlate to what the small caps would be doing as well. There is a lot of things correlated to a Fed starting a cutting cycle. I think that 100,000 or even higher is possible. Bitcoin makes moves in very short periods of time. We have published previously for many years showing the Bitcoin makes most of its gains in 10 trading days. If you look at the percentage gains, so those 10 days could all be in the second half of this year. Precisely what I was hinting towards earlier. The biggest run-ups of the parabolic rally post-halving of every 4 years is within 10 days. Don't get it twisted. Now, Samson Mow, as I broke down in great detail in yesterday's podcast, if you missed it, pod episode number 1740, I strongly encourage you to watch it. It's already gotten roughly like 10,000 views on X. It's blowing up, and there's a reason for it. Samson Mow makes very bold prediction that he believes Bitcoin will most likely, hit $1 million within the next 12 months, and he breaks down why that is. Here's a glimpse of why he says it. And he just wrote this, I think, a couple of days ago on X. Let's timestamp it for you guys. August 24th, that is correct. So that was on Stack and Saturday. Got 72,000 views. And here's what Jan 3 Samson Mow had to share. Someone was criticizing me on Nostr, which is ultimately the decentralized equivalent of X, probably on my fast 1 million prediction. I wonder what they think a ridiculous dollar price is. Exactly. Let's assume Bitcoin did go to 1 million per coin. Interest payments on the US debt will reach 1 trillion next year. That's 1 million BTC if BTC was at 1 million, which is roughly 4.76% of the supply. Debt is 35 trillion. Now, that's unfunded liabilities at 218 trillion. That's a total of 253 million BTC if Bitcoin was at 1 million, 12x the total supply of Bitcoin. Inflation is probably at 10% to 150% in real terms. And that is the realest shit I've ever heard, because anytime on the lamestream news, oh, inflation completely under control. We got it under 3%, nothing to worry about. The US dollar has never been stronger. Oh, don't worry about bank runs. Banks have never been in a better position. BS. Real inflation, fam, I'm going to speculate depending upon the asset we're looking at, whether it's real estate or food or oil, 100% could be anywhere from 10 to 150%. So respect for him calling out the truth. Now, all of those numbers are already ridiculous when priced in Bitcoin at 1 million. Do people really think that the broken fiat system will keep plodding along forever? It seems more likely we see a break and Bitcoin goes up very rapidly in a very short time frame. And there's no such thing as a ridiculous fiat price for the biddy. What's ridiculous is that the biddy still even has a fiat price, and that will end sooner rather than later. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Samson Mow of Jan 3. Do you think we can have that run up very fast, as well as what, Tom Lee is projecting as well, potentially in the fourth quarter of this year? Can we see Bitcoin just go on a parabolic rally, surpassing 100,000, potentially running up to 200,000 as the Oracle's projection for the year 2024? Let me know your thoughts, family. There's no wrong prediction, because the prediction is projecting into the future. So if you have the balls to dare share where you feel the Bitcoin price will likely take us, let me know, and especially for the cycle peak, which I personally think will happen most likely in 2025. But I do still firmly believe we smash the 100,000 milestone in the fourth quarter of this year, and we have a 10-day period where things just go crazy. But let me know your thoughts, and welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream. What's a pool? If there isn't a guard, someone's to drown. Rasmussen sounds like a Rusky propagandist. Rasmussen and Pew and Ipsos research have a reputation of oversampling the Dems. It is usually a 4-to-1 ratio. Precisely what my intuition told me. Thank you for sharing your insights. They have been wrong in the last 4 elections, so we shouldn't trust them. 100%. 1 million would be nice. Bitcoin is not controlled by any gub. It is on its own path. JP, JD, DT, VP, ZP, etc. have very little control. Laugh at it, then hate it, then embrace it. Debating shaving my head soon. Have more than enough to donate. Man, do you have long hair? Do you know JV once had hair down to his ass? Real story. If you were to guess the biggest daily jump on the Biddy, what would you guess? Can it add to 50,000 in a day? I think the biggest monthly gain was back in February this year. We saw a $20,000 price action. We went from like 30,000 range to 50. That's the highest monthly candle I've seen as far as the Bitcoin price action is concerned. And that was $20,000 on a monthly candle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty confident that was the highest ever. What was the highest daily gain? I think JC once said we did get the God candle. I think just above it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she said 12,000. 225,000 projects the Oracle before the end of the year, and 500 to 750,000 per Biddy cycle peak in 2025. Nice. Right in alignment with JV. My peak high is also 750 for 2025. And my bottom bear scenario is 222,000. Most likely, I think it'll be somewhere in between. Slower would be better. Think about the tax. There's a pick in the Discord. Buds almost are too long. Right on. Thank you for that. And if anyone's interested in joining our Discord, it's discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. We got 20 channels in the Discord. One of them is dedicated to Buds. And you can watch all Bring Facts babies that he's growing. Just above the God candle, JV. That's what I recalled. Thank you, Oracle, for the confirmation. So there you go. Roughly a God candle is the current high. But I think between now and the next cycle, we could get double, triple that. You know what I mean? On a daily close, meaning 20, 30,000. It's inevitable, yo. 125,000 end of the year, 580 by 2025. Let's go. I know a guy who is a 222 OG. That would be Bring Facts. So, yeah. Where'd I get the 222 from? I think Facts was saying it every single day for a few years, and then it just stuck on me. And then I started calling for 222. So, it definitely comes from Facts. So, respect. You are the OG.
Sky, crypto fam together, feeling the beat. In the world of Bitcoin, we can't be beat. Biddy up 69, pump up here, we're on the brink, we're feeling sexy, 69 G heat, counting down its own.
So Charlene says, I was right, JV is a Rastaman. Hair and all, I knew I recognized that kid from somewhere. Yeah, yo, no lie. I was the original Ganja Farmer. Now, Facts, have you ever heard the song Ganja Farmer? One of the best tracks you'll ever hear. I'm sure you've heard it before. Great story about a guy trying to grow ganja and then the feds trying to rain on his parade. A classic Rastafarian track. UAE demands France provide consular access to the Telegram CEO. Breaking news Charlene just shared with me. The UAE is closely following the case of its citizen Pavel, founder of Telegram, who was arrested by the French authorities in Paris, emphasizing the UAE has submitted a request the government French Republic to provide him with all the necessary consular services in an urgent manner. Very interesting. Thank you for sharing, Charlene, there. Best Bitcoin every day. Thank you, Diana. I just reposted you. Greatly appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. There's some math that Charlene broke down. It says Tara Bull just posted a series of videos on Kamala. She just announced 220 million Americans died in the past. I saw that yesterday. And then Alex Jones said, so you mean to tell me 4/5 of all Americans died from Novid? Hilarious, right? Yeah, so they just make up numbers. They tell you whatever you want to hear, unfortunately. Exactly. So your math is on point, Charlene. Crazy, right? Cray. So you already know. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod, and we're going to end the YouTube stream. But we're going to continue on X, and we're going to continue on the Rumble. So if you're on YouTube right now, you ain't got to go home. But head on over to the Rumble if you want to continue with the stream for the best part of the stream, which is the uncensored version of the pod. The direct Rumble link is rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's get ready to rumble. I'll see you there shortly, yo. Goodbye, deuces to the tube. We out. So yeah, we'll give everyone a minute to switch over to the Rumble.